Good evening, Kenton community. I am Sabatino Samato, your superintendent, and here is your weekly update. Today in our update, you're going to hear me focus on three main topics. First, I want to give the entire community an update on our scheduling option in our hybrid scenario. We've made some updates as a team based on your feedback from this past week, and I want to share that update with you this evening. Also, I want to give you a transportation update and talk about how we're proceeding as a district. Finally, I want to discuss the update from Governor Cuomo this morning as he gave his update to the state on the reopening of schools. So first, let's talk about this scheduling options in the hybrid scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, we started and we rolled out to the community that our hybrid option, in the event that we're in a hybrid option. Now remember, there are three options. There's a fully in-person option. That means everybody goes back 100% of the time. The opposite of that is a fully virtual option. That means everyone is always on virtual instruction. No one is in the in-person option. The schools, the buildings are closed, but instruction is still happening virtually and students are at home. Then somewhere in between, we had this hybrid option. We originally, with our hybrid option, which is a combination of in-person and virtual learning, we were rolling out an every other day option. The reasoning behind this, ladies and gentlemen, was, of course, we were looking at safety as the number one priority. We knew that our cleaning staff and our buildings and grounds department could absolutely do a great job and a fantastic job making sure that our buildings were safe. And we wanted to have as much instruction as possible. We did not want to lose a day of instruction for our students. But we received the feedback from the community, and the community had some very valid concerns, as well as our teaching staff and our administrators and our entire team as we began to listen to the feedback even more. And the feedback was very clear. We wanted, as a community, something more consistent. So I'm pleased to announce today that in the event that we are in a hybrid model, our hybrid model will focus on a more consistent model. We will have an A model and a B model. A, those students will come on Monday and Tuesday. B, those students will come on Thursday and Friday, every week, consistent. You're either a Monday, Tuesday in person, or you're a Thursday, Friday in person. Wednesday, for everyone, will be a virtual day. And that virtual day will focus on both synchronous, in-person, kind of online with the teacher. When I'm saying in-person, I apologize. I should say live with the teacher. That's what synchronous means. Asynchronous, completing assignments and work that the teacher has assigned and put up on to the website. Our avenue is through our Google Classrooms. So that is where we're going. Our students, you will be finding out within the next couple weeks whether your student, hopefully within the next couple weeks, whether your student is an A student and they're coming every week, Monday and Tuesday, in person to their schools, or whether your student is a B, Thursday, Friday grouping. Now remember, those groupings were not just focusing on alphabet, we're looking at making students and having students come that are in the same household on the same day to make it more convenient for our families. So that is the biggest update on that hybrid model. We heard you folks, and we adjusted accordingly. Thank you very much for your continuous feedback. Now, also, while we're running that hybrid model, the feedback that we've received from the community is that some people, no matter what model that we're in person or hybrid, they want the option of a fully virtual academy for their children. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very difficult task because we're trying to figure out how we schedule an in-person model or a hybrid model as well, and then able to run a completely different schooling with a virtual model. So in order to do that, we have to get some commitment from our community members, from our families. So we will open up this Monday a form on our website, and that form will ask for parents to commit who are interested to commit to 20 weeks, a full semester, the first 2 quarters of the school year, to this virtual learning model. Now, once we have that information, we can then look to schedule, we can look at what the staffing needs are, we can look at what it does to our hybrid model that we would be implementing, and we will be able to hopefully design this virtual academy as an option for families. I'm falling short of making that promise today, folks, and I'm doing that intentionally because there's a lot of variables here, depending on how many parents are willing to commit to that, depending on the feedback that we're getting with the numbers, depending on staffing and what we're able to do. So we're asking for people that want that option to commit to that option, and you'll be committing in 20-week increments, so for the first half of the school year, and that will open up on Monday of next week, and you have to have that filled out by Friday of next week, Friday the 14th at 5 p.m. So thank you very much for that feedback, and thank you very much for staying on top of that. More to come if we're going to be able to offer that as an option. Our goal, people are working very strategically to figure out that option, but we need these numbers in order to fulfill it. The second update that I wanted to give you today is a transportation update. Ladies and gentlemen, we have on our website right now a form that we are looking for any families that currently utilize transportation through the district, those that are willing to opt out of transportation for that same 20-week increment. Now, this is not we are not forcing anybody to not take transportation, but we are looking for that commitment so once again we know what's happening with our transportation. If we are in the hybrid model, a lot of this will be taken care of, the concerns on transportation, because remember, we're looking to only fill our buses to about half capacity so that we can keep a better social distancing on buses. Everybody will be required to wear masks on buses and in school full time. In school, we will be able to take mask breaks, but on the bus, you must wear a mask full time. And by us getting this commitment from some families are telling us, look, no matter what, our kids are going to be walking to school for this school year. They feel safer as a family doing that. Or they feel safer as a family for their own family driving their child to and from school. We understand. We're asking for that commitment in those numbers so that we can plan accordingly as well. That will affect our entire transportation, our routing, and as you can imagine, in a district as large as Kenton, that can be a challenge. Of almost 6,700 students, we're looking to make sure that our routing is as best as we can. Finally, the third update and the final update was the governor and his announcements this morning. And Governor Cuomo, for those of you who watched today, he made announcements about 11:30, 12 o'clock today, and he did announce that schools will reopen in September. Now, he was not specific in the announcement in saying you will open as a hybrid, you will open as full 100%. But we also know by him giving us the okay to open, we're still following those Department of Health guidelines, the New York State guidelines, CDC guidelines on what we have to make sure that we're making a reality in this pandemic. So we know that our only option right now is a hybrid option at best. And that hybrid option is that A's go to school Monday and Tuesday, B's go to school Thursday and Friday. Everybody's on a virtual on Wednesday. And by the way, they flip-flop. So when A's aren't in school, they're getting asynchronous and sometimes synchronous instruction on the days that they're not in school, and the same thing with B's in that hybrid option. So the governor also did announce to us that he wanted certain tasks to be very clear to families and updated over the next week and actually 2 weeks. So over the next week, by next Friday, he asked for 3 things to be done and planned, 2 of which to be posted. First, he wants us to post our plans for COVID-19 testing and contact tracing. So I'm happy to announce that we are working with our local team, and not only our local team here in Kentown, but also surrounding districts. And we're trying to figure that out. As a group of surrounding districts, we are working with the Department of Health, and we will be meeting with the Department of Health next week, and we will provide a plan for contact tracing, a more very specific delineated plan by next Friday on our website. We will also post on our website what virtual learning will look like. Now, don't confuse this, ladies and gentlemen, with the Virtual Academy. We need those responses from you to design a virtual academy. But virtual learning is if, in the event that we are in a whole virtual learning format as a district, nobody is in-person instruction, we will be posting what that plan looks like by next Friday on our website, so that families can understand what that schedule would look like throughout the school day and what that learning would look like in a virtual format. So please watch for that. The governor also asked us to plan for some meetings with our public, so that public had the forum to ask questions. Now, the great news for Kenton is that as a team, we've been planning this. You see that we have our video updates that we're giving, and I announced that I would be having virtual forums, so we're ready for this. And we're going to have some virtual parent forums. I want to give you those dates, though, right now. And what we're going to ask people to do is to sign up for those virtual forums. Now, if you don't want to attend a virtual forum, we're not forcing you to, but this will be an avenue that we will give you a kind of a synopsis, a recap presentation of our plans moving forward. We will also open it up so that people can type in questions, and I will have a whole team at that table answering questions live and in person. I'll be answering questions live and in person, and we'll then take that session, each of those sessions, and we'll videotape it and we'll post it up on our website. So if you're unable to attend, no fear, all of it will be up on our website. The answers to questions that people pose will be up on our website, and we'll create a frequently asked questions document and post that up on our website as well. So the 3 dates for those that we're going to host. The first one will take place on Monday, August 17th, and that will be at 5 p.m. The second one will take place on Wednesday, August 19th, also at 5 p.m. And the final one will take place on Thursday, August 20th at 6 p.m. Now, those will all run about an hour in length. Once again, the format for those is that we will have about a 15-minute presentation, a recap of everything. Then we will have certain topics that we will open it up for questions for a certain period of time and answer as many questions as we can during each of those forums. So once again, just to recap, today we talked about how we changed the hybrid option. We're looking to create a virtual academy, but we need people willing to sign up for that. That virtual academy is that's for people that want to stay home no matter what option we're in. They do not want to send their children to school. They want that virtual academy option. So if we go into a hybrid model, that virtual academy option, but we need people willing to commit to that so we can schedule it. Then I also gave you an update on transportation. And that opt-out form, those are opened up right now, and please make sure you fill out those forms. That form closes on Sunday, August 16th. As well, I gave you a final update on the governor's announcement today around the noon time, and the things that we're going to have posted on our website by next Friday, as well as the parent forums that we're going to have open live. And I'm asking you to register. If you would like to attend one of those, please register. You'll see that registration link come up on our website. Those will have live very shortly for either that Monday, August 17th, Wednesday, August 19th, or Thursday, August 20th. Please register for one of those if you can, and if not, we are going to record those, and we will put the recordings of those on the website and create a frequently asked questions document. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing, thank you very much for your feedback. Thank you for your patience. I encourage everyone to remain positive. This is a very difficult time. We don't have all the answers, folks. We are going through this for the first time, just like all of you are going through it. And we are absolutely coming out a stronger and better community because of how we are relying on each other for feedback and figuring this out. You know, the best thing I can think of when I'm trying to think of this figuratively is that this is like building a plane as we're flying it. And we can only build the best plane if we do it together, and we are positive about it. So thank you very much as a community. Once again, we are Kenton strong. We are Kenton proud. We are Kenton moving forward together. Thank you, families. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, administrators, and all of our support staff for all your positive energy and everything you've done to move us forward.